Okay, this report pretty much is international. It has something to do with a spiritual leader, a very well recognized, very powerful spiritual leader, and it had to do with allegations that a country was trying to kill him. The Dalai Lama, as some of you already know, is a Buddhist monk that actually made allegations in an interview with with Britain Sunday, telegraphing saying that he's been told that agents were planning to poison him using Tibetan women posing as devotees seeking his blessing. It didn't say too much of where he got that information from, but it just says that the Dalai Lama always engaged in anti-Chinese splatness activities globally, wearing his religious cloak, spreading false information, dividing the words of confusion, diffusing the public. Chinese Foreign Minister spokesman Hong Li says. Now, this is the situation. I want to give you a gist on because the person who actually do practice Buddhism, Tibetan practice Buddhism, which I do, and I've been doing it for a good 5 years now. Um, there is a lot of there's a big situation going on in Tibet. A lot of situations that is never going to be pretty much reported or will be leaked out by someone who actually have that little margin of window, a little crack window they can actually throw out there within the web or just basically in some news that actually picks it up. And I say this because China has a strong grip on the media. It is a government-run media, and they will put out what they feel that people should need, not what the people actually needs to know. What I mean by that is that if it's something that's going to hurt their power, they're not going to show it. They're not going to print it. They're not going to even display it. Perfect example of that was the Olympics. People that probably don't know, but they actually remove a lot of homeless people out of that area to make way for the Olympic Games. That actually people have actually leaked that out, and it has been confirmed through a lot of people who worked at underground to get that out there. Like they basically threw them out the whole entire city to make the city look clean and pretty. So, and as for the Tibetan situation, ever since the government took over Tibet, and that's where the whole thing got started. Where many people feel that Tibetan, and if in that country should be their separate country, while China has been, trying to say no, you're our country, you got to go by our rules, and that led to a lot of conflicts, which led to people getting in jail or even worse, dead. And the Dalai Lama, who has been exiled from that country, they blame that he's the main cause of unrest in Tibetan. I'm gonna say this that in terms of the assassination allegations, nothing will surprise me if that is the truth. However, no government is going to say, "Yeah, we tried to kill him." Just not gonna happen. That's any government, because I don't want to look bad within other nations saying, "Well, if he's able to do that in our country, what makes you think you can do it to us worse, to our leaders and to our politicians?" They're not going to do that. But again, it would not surprise me. You just got to read between the lines. Now, I will say this: how did the Dalai Lama knew that this was happening? Someone had to tell him this, and the reports that I've been reading doesn't really has anything that's telling us where he got this information from. Um, According to this, Hong Lee has called him a liar and a person who's continuing to make unrest. His most recent statements is not even worth refuting. He told reporters on Monday. Beijing roughly accused the Dalai Lama of seeking to split Tibet from the rest of the country. A claim the Nobel Prize literate denies, saying that he only seeks greater anonymity for the region. Basically, he said he just wanted to be more peaceful. Many Tibetans in China complained of political and religious prosecution under Chinese rule, which Beijing denies. And again, it's kind of hard to say that they're on because, like I said, China has a very strong grip on the media. You're not going to know what's really going on unless someone leaks it out, which at time to time you can get. But like I said, this is something that will not shock me at any shape or form that is happening. I'm going to leave the link of this report on the bottom. You guys can check that out for yourself. You guys can comment on yourself. But yeah, this is something I'm actually, when he brought it up, I'm not, I'm too shocked that he actually brought it to my attention because I actually was following this. Like I said, I do Tibetan meditation under the Buddhist guide. I had practiced it for a while. It actually helped me out a great deal deal with stress and everything else. So news like this do come to me de time to time. However, I will say that in terms of this, in terms of China trying to kill him, it would not surprise me at all. But you're never going to hear Chinese government say, "Yeah, we was trying to go after him." It's just not going to happen. No country is going to do that. No country is going to come out and say, "Let's go get him." The United States don't say that. Russia's not going to come out and say they will have to after a certain person, unless there actually is like #1 in the all terrorist list. He's not considered a terrorist, but he is a religious leader and a leader who just so happens to put himself out there when it comes to territorial situations as well as freedom, which is something China has a very tight grip on. Other than that, like I said, you really have to, at least my feeling, just read between the lines what both were trying to say. You pretty much figure out the truth anyhow. But like I said, it definitely is something that I wouldn't be shocked if they try to attempt. Again, my feelings doesn't surprise me, and it doesn't surprise me that they're denying it. Because frankly, no one's going to come out and confess to that. As for the prosecution, that wouldn't surprise me either. And I say that again, China is not going to really show you what they're really doing in Tibet, as well as the whole country for that matter. This is something you got to read and get all the little nitpicks that comes out of that country, if they ever do. But in any case, I will leave a link. You guys can comment on it. You guys can share your own opinion. Until then, this is J77 saying, you guys take care.